Hi everyone. Welcome back to Living Wisdom and Dharma World. Today, we're embarking on a profound journey into Chan Buddhism. Chan Buddhism, known as Zen in Japan, is one of the most profound and influential schools of Mahayana Buddhism. It emphasizes direct insight into one's true nature, beyond conceptual understanding and reliance on scriptures. Rather than engaging in abstract philosophical speculation, Chan seeks to awaken practitioners through meditation, paradoxical dialogues, and direct transmission of wisdom. In this teaching, we will explore the origins, history, major masters, development, influence, key sutras, famous verses, and the life stories of the great Chan masters to provide a deep and illuminating perspective on this tradition. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video to inspire others on their path of discovery. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your reflections may spark meaningful conversations and mutual growth. Together, let's explore the Chan Buddhism. The origins and historical development of Chan Buddhism. Chan Buddhism traces its roots to India, but fully developed in China before spreading to Korea, Japan, and Vietnam. It originated from the meditative traditions of Indian Buddhism, particularly the Dharma school, which emphasized the practice of deep meditation. However, it was in China that Chan took on its distinctive character, shaped by Daoist and Confucian influences, leading to a highly practical and experiential approach to enlightenment. Bodhidharma, the First Patriarch of Chan. The origins of Chan are traditionally linked to Bodhidharma, an Indian monk who traveled to China in the early 5th or 6th century CE. His teachings were based on the idea of direct transmission outside of scriptures, a radical approach that emphasized awakening through personal experience rather than textual study. One of the most well-known legends about Bodhidharma tells of his arrival at Shaolin Monastery, where he sat in meditation for 9 years, facing a wall in absolute silence. His presence was initially met with skepticism, but eventually he found his first disciple, who famously cut off his own arm to prove his sincerity in seeking the Dharma. Bodhidharma's teachings were deeply influenced by the Lankavatara Sutra, which emphasized the consciousness-only doctrine, the idea that all phenomena arise from consciousness. He taught that enlightenment was already present within each person and could be realized through meditation, rather than through intellectual understanding. His core teachings became foundational to Chan, laying the groundwork for a lineage of direct transmission that continued through his successors. The development of early Chan, the formation of the patriarchal lineage. After Bodhidharma, the Chan tradition developed through a lineage of masters who sought to refine and propagate his teachings. The 5th Patriarch, Huineng, was a pivotal figure in this development. He established what became known as the East Mountain Teaching, a systematic method of practice that emphasized meditation and the direct realization of mind's nature. It was during Huineng's time that one of the most significant schisms in Chan history occurred, shaping the future of the tradition. His two disciples, Shengxiu and Huineng, represented two differing approaches to enlightenment. Huineng and the division between sudden and gradual enlightenment. Huineng, the 6th Patriarch, is one of the most revered figures in Chan Buddhism. Born into poverty and illiterate as a child, he attained profound awakening upon hearing a single line from the Diamond Sutra. Let your mind function freely without abiding anywhere. Recognizing his potential, Huineng secretly transmitted the Dharma to Huineng, making him the legitimate successor. However, since Huineng was not formally educated in Buddhist texts, his legitimacy was challenged, leading to a rivalry with Shangxiu, the most senior disciple of Hongren. To determine who truly understood the essence of Chan, Hongren asked his students to compose verses that expressed their realization. Shangxiu wrote, "The body is the Bodhi tree. The mind is like a bright mirror. Constantly polish it so that no dust settles." This verse suggests that enlightenment is achieved through gradual cultivation, like carefully cleaning a mirror to remove impurities. Huineng, on the other hand, countered with a verse that would define the radical approach of his Chan lineage. Bodhi originally has no tree, nor is there a bright mirror. Originally, nothing exists, so where can dust settle? This response reflects the doctrine of sudden enlightenment, the realization that one's true nature is already pure and unconditioned, requiring no gradual effort. Huineng's approach became dominant, forming the basis of what became known as the Southern School of Chan. In contrast, the Northern School, associated with Shangxiu, advocated a more gradual path to awakening, but it eventually declined in influence. The Golden Age of Chan, Tang and Song Dynasties. The Tang and Song 969 dynasties marked the flourishing of Chan Buddhism, as it developed distinctive methods of teaching that moved beyond traditional doctrinal explanations. Rather than engaging in theoretical discussions, Chan masters used unconventional techniques such as sudden shouts, physical gestures, and paradoxical dialogues to jolt students into awakening. During this period, several important figures emerged, each contributing to the unique character of Chan practice. One of the most renowned masters was Mazu Daoyi, who famously said, "Ordinary mind is the way." He rejected the idea that enlightenment was something to be attained in the future, emphasizing that the mind in its natural state was already Buddha. His teaching methods often involved abrupt shouts and actions to disrupt conventional thinking, a style that became characteristic of the Linji Rinzai school. Another influential figure was Linji Yixuan, whose lineage became one of the most dominant Chan schools in China and later influenced Japanese Rinzai Zen. Linji used sudden exclamations, striking students, and cryptic phrases to push them beyond rational thought. His famous teaching, "If you meet the Buddha, kill him," was not a call for literal violence, but a warning against clinging to conceptualized ideas of enlightenment. Equally famous was Zhaoju Kongshan, known for his enigmatic one-word koan. Does a dog have Buddha nature? Mute. Nothingness. This single syllable became one of the most studied koans in Chan practice, as it points to the reality beyond words and concepts. Chan or Zen in Japan. The rise of Rinzai and Soto. By the 12th century, Zen Buddhism spread from China to Japan. Two major schools emerged. One is Rinzai Zen. It was introduced by Eisai, 1141-1215. It emphasized koans as a way to break conceptual thinking and force direct insight. The other is Soto Zen. It was introduced by Dogen, 1200-1253. It focused on shikantaza, just sitting, a meditation practice emphasizing pure awareness with no goal or expectation. Both schools played a vital role in shaping Japanese culture, influencing the arts, tea ceremony, and even martial arts. Zen koans are classic cases or questions used in Zen Buddhism to inspire practitioners toward enlightenment. By contemplating and reflecting on these koans, practitioners can gain a deeper understanding of Zen teachings and practices. Below are some famous classic Zen koans. Renowned koans. 1. The Flower, and a smile. During the Vulture Peak Assembly, the Buddha silently held up a flower and smiled at the audience. Only Mahakasyapa responded with a smile. Seeing this, the Buddha declared that Mahakasyapa had attained his true Dharma. This koan emphasizes intuitive realization beyond words. 2. One-finger Zen. A Zen master once asked a disciple, "Have you arrived?" The disciple replied, "Yes." The master then pointed at the moon and asked, "What is this?" The disciple hesitated, unable to answer. This koan stresses direct experience and the limitations of verbal expression. 3. Breaking the single plank bridge. A Zen master asked a disciple, "Where does the sound come from when a single plank bridge breaks?" The disciple remained silent. The master then pointed to his own mouth and said, "The sound comes from here." This koan encourages facing reality directly rather than getting lost in conceptual thinking. 4. The Kudzu Vine Bodhisattva. A Zen practitioner once asked a master, "The Kudzu Vine Bodhisattva has 10 great vows. How can I fulfill them?" The master responded, "Are you on the right path?" The practitioner shook his head. The master said, "Then how will you reach the Kudzu Vine Bodhisattva?" This koan underscores the importance of practice and experience over mere theory. 5. The esoteric meaning of no birth. Wu Sheng Mi, letting go. During the Buddha's time, a Brahmin named Heishi came before him, holding a flower vase in each hand as an offering. The Buddha said to him, "Put it down." The Brahmin immediately placed the vase in his left hand on the ground. The Buddha repeated, "Put it down." The Brahmin then placed the vase in his right hand on the ground. But the Buddha again said, "Put it down." At this point, the Brahmin, now empty-handed, asked in confusion, "I have already put everything down. What more do you want me to let go of?" The Buddha replied, "I was not asking you to put down the vases. I was telling you to let go of your 6 senses, 6 objects, and 6 consciousnesses. If you completely let go of them all, you will transcend birth and death and be liberated from the cycle of reincarnation." Upon hearing this, the Brahmin instantly attained the patience of the uncreated, no-birth Dharma, a profound realization of enlightenment. 6. Bodhidharma and Emperor Wu. When Bodhidharma, the first patriarch of Zen, arrived in China, Emperor Wu of Liang invited him for an audience. The emperor asked, "Since ascending the throne, I have built temples, copied scriptures, and ordained countless monks. What merit have I gained?" Bodhidharma answered, "None whatsoever." Surprised, the emperor asked, "Why is that so?" Bodhidharma explained, "These are acts of worldly merit, good karma, but they do not constitute true merit in the ultimate sense. They can only bring minor rewards within the human and heavenly realms." The emperor then asked, "Then what is the highest truth of the holy Dharma?" Bodhidharma did not answer directly, but said, "The Dharma realm is vast and empty. There is no holiness to be found. Why speak of highest truth?" The emperor, unable to grasp Bodhidharma's meaning, pressed further, "Who then is standing before me right now?" Bodhidharma simply shook his head and said, "I do not know." This may indicate his disappointment over Emperor Liang's cluelessness, or that he had already reached the state of being selfless. Different levels of mental state resulted in unsuccessful, fruitless meeting between the emperor and Bodhidharma. This legendary exchange highlights the direct and uncompromising nature of Zen, cutting through conceptual thinking and pointing straight to the truth. 7. Joshu's Mu. A monk once asked Master Joshu, "Does a dog have Buddha nature?" Joshu simply replied, "Mu, no thing." This response was not a denial, but a riddle designed to shatter the monk's logical thinking. The practitioner must meditate on mu until they reach direct insight. 8. Hakuins, one-hand clapping. A student once asked Hakuin, "What is the sound of one-hand clapping?" This koan forces the practitioner to go beyond conventional logic and directly experience a truth that cannot be expressed in words. 9. Nanin's overflowing tea cup. A scholar visited Master Nanin to learn about Zen. Nanin poured tea into the scholar's cup until it overflowed. The scholar exclaimed, "The cup is full." Nanin responded, "Like this cup, you are full of your own opinions. How can I teach you Zen unless you first empty your cup?" This story highlights the need to let go of preconceptions to truly grasp Zen. These classic Zen koans are filled with profound wisdom and insight, awakening inner awareness and contemplation in practitioners. They serve not only as essential tools for Zen practice, but also as precious legacies of spiritual wisdom. Chan Buddhist texts and sutras. Despite its emphasis on direct experience, Chan Buddhism did not completely reject Buddhist scriptures. Several sutras played a crucial role in shaping its thought. The Lankavatara Sutra was influential in early Chan and taught the Yogacara doctrine of mind-only reality. The Diamond Sutra emphasized non-attachment and the realization that all phenomena are empty. The Heart Sutra is a core text in Mahayana Buddhism that succinctly expresses the concept of emptiness. The Platform Sutra, attributed to Huineng, became the only Buddhist scripture considered a sutra written by a Chinese master. It encapsulates the philosophy of sudden enlightenment. The influence of Chan Buddhism. Chan Buddhism did not remain confined to China. It spread throughout East Asia, influencing the development of Seon Buddhism in Korea, Zen Buddhism in Japan, and Thien Buddhism in Vietnam. In Japan, Zen deeply impacted culture, influencing the tea ceremony, ink painting, poetry, and martial arts. In China, Chan also shaped aesthetics and philosophy, leading to artistic traditions such as spontaneous brush painting, poetry, and garden design. Practicing Zen in everyday life. Zen is not confined to monasteries. It is a way of life that can be applied in daily activities. Here are some Zen practices. 1. Zazen. Sitting meditation. Sitting in silent meditation, focusing on the breath, and observing thoughts without attachment is the core practice of Zen. It cultivates clarity, awareness, and insight. 2. Mindfulness in daily tasks. Zen emphasizes total engagement with ordinary activities. Eating, walking, working, or even washing dishes can be a form of meditation if done with full attention. 3. Letting go of attachments. Zen teaches impermanence. Clinging to the past or worrying about the future creates suffering. Letting go of rigid ideas, desires, and fears allows one to experience peace in the present moment. Zen in the modern world. In an age of distraction, stress, and overthinking, Zen provides a simple yet profound way to reconnect with the present moment. Its teachings can be applied to reduce anxiety, improve focus, enhance creativity, and cultivate compassion in our daily lives. Zen is not about escaping reality. It is about fully living it with openness, clarity, and awareness. As the famous Zen saying goes, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Zen does not change what we do, but how we experience every moment. Chan Buddhism offers a radical approach to awakening, urging practitioners to look beyond words, beyond intellectual understanding, and directly perceive their true nature. As Linji declared, "Look, right now, what is this?" This simple yet profound question challenges us to awaken to reality as it is. The heart of Chan is not found in scriptures or doctrines, but in direct experience. In the words of Huineng, originally, not a single thing exists. This is the essence of Chan. Chan Buddhism offers a profound yet accessible path to awakening, one that is not bound by dogma or ritual, but by direct experience and insight. It teaches us that enlightenment is not a distant goal, but an ever-present reality, waiting to be realized in each moment. Through meditation, mindfulness, and an open heart, we can bring the wisdom of Chan into our daily lives, whether through silent contemplation, engaging fully in simple tasks, or letting go of the mental constructs that keep us trapped in illusion. As we conclude this journey into Chan, let us remember that true wisdom is not something we acquire, but something we uncover within ourselves. In the words of Bodhidharma, seeing your nature is Zen. Unless you see your nature, it's not Zen. May this teaching inspire you to look deeply, live fully, and awaken to the truth beyond words. Thank you for joining me on this journey to explore Chan Buddhism. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Feel free to leave a comment sharing the insights you gained. Your reflections may inspire and enlighten others on their own paths. Wish you peace, happiness, and well-being. See you next time.